Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Or Avinu Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Or Avinu, Or Avinu Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Or Avinu, Or Avinu, Or Avinu Chai. Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you for waiting just enough time for me to remember something that a rabbi should have when he leads services at Talit. So now that I'm ready for services, welcome everybody. We're so glad to have you all here, Temple Emanu-El members, our guests, Davis families. We are so glad to have this kihila together to celebrate Shabbat, as we do every week, and especially a big shout out to the Burst family celebrating Olivia's bat mitzvah this whole weekend. So mazel tov. Yeah, clap it up, clap it up. A few announcements or reminders before we begin our service. So first is to make sure that everyone has a prayer book. This lovely book right here, it's blue, gold font on the front. If you don't have one, there will be an usher who can provide one for you. And we'll be calling out page numbers from this book so you can pray along with us. And if you know the melodies, great, sing along. If you don't and you want to hum, that's awesome too. And if you just want to stomp your feet and clap your hands, we love that. Participate in any way you feel comfortable. In case we need to leave in a hurry, there is an emergency exit to the back of the sanctuary, and also exits over here in the rear and over here to my right, your left. Let's take a moment and make sure all of our cell phones, Apple Watches, whatever kind of watch you have, nothing's going to buzz or beep or disturb us from the prayers that we're going to share tonight, raising our voices in song. So make sure to take this time, to do all that kind of noise if you're Rabbi Rachel.
I hit the wrong button.
I'll do the same. And let's take a moment to introduce ourselves. So my name is Rabbi Max Miller. I'm here with Rabbi Spike Anderson, Rabbi Rachel Miller, and of course, our cantorial soloist, Jessica Tillum. You know us. Now turn around to the people around you, say Shabbat Shalom, welcome them into this space.
Shabbat Shalom, guys. Shabbat Shalom. Beep, beep. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I saw Sherman's. Hi, Nathan. Shabbat Shalom.
Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom Alechem, Emanu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem.
We got a lot of energy here tonight. I don't want to take away too much of that energy, but I do want us to center ourselves so that we can feel grounded in this space, in this beautiful place here amongst the woods in Sandy Springs, Georgia. And so we're going to feel our backs against the chair, find our feet comfortably on the ground, close your eyes if you'd like, or check out the beautiful trees and sky as we celebrate Shabbat. Close our eyes if you'd like and take in a deep breath and let it out. Thinking about all of the busyness of the last week, we take in a deep breath and breathe out. Breathe it all away so that we can relax and enjoy Shabbat. The final breath in and out. We open our eyes. We turn our focus back to one another as we join in our prayers, as we start our Shabbat off with a little intention from some of our Davis and Temple Emanu-El families. And so I'd like to invite up Michael and Sammy Menaloki to help us out with a little Shabbat intention. Come on up.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Sammy Monaloket, and what I love most about Shabbat is the challah.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Michael, and I love the most about Shabbat is the challah, and I love to sing prayers.
Thanks, guys. With that love of Shabbat, we rise as we light our Shabbat candles, and I'd like to invite up Beverly and Beth Burst to do that for us. We are on page 120.
If you can get the mic for them. No, for them.
And Anne.
Come on around,
Come
guys.
on up, come on up.
Come on up.
Come on forward.
Who's our lighter?
I'll leave this for you.
Oh. Try that one again. Yep. I believe in you. Just hold it there. There we go.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness remind us of the generations of Israel, who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. May we be blessed with Shabbat joy. May we be blessed with Shabbat peace. May we be blessed with Shabbat light. Amen.
Amen.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. We turn to page 142. If you'd like to light your own Shabbat candles, you may do so inside. If you're going to hang out here with us, go ahead and be seated. Shalom Aleichem, 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Kadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai lai ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai.
So to help us with bringing in the beauty of Shabbat, I'd like to invite up Mara Smukler and Hannah Friedman and Julia Freund and Emily Rinsberg to help us with our joy and beauty of Shabbat. Smokler?
Really?
Smokler?
No, we're gonna
Smokler, really?
Hello.
The two O's? Huh.
Are we supposed to have two? Can we have two to say it together?
You learned something new.
To say the same thing together?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Where's the other mic?
Oh, we don't have another mic. No.
Yeah. 3, 2. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Mara. And Hannah. And what I love most about being Jewish is Shabbat ceremonies and singing Jewish songs. Shabbat Shalom.
I heard that.
Lee?
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Julia. And my name is Emily. And what I love most about being Jewish is I gotta go to a Jewish school and I gotta celebrate Jewish holidays.
Love it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We joined. We joined together for Lecha Dodi on page 138.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Oh, we b'shalom.
We rise and face the door.
Gam b'simcha u'tov olam, toch emunei am segula. Bo'wi chala.
We face forward.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Please be seated. We like to say this often because it's true. Being Jewish is not a solo sport. We survive and we thrive when we are together in a community. In fact, kihila, community, is one of Davis's core values. The word kihila means a very specific kind of place, though. A Jewish community must have certain parts in order for it to be a fit place for Jews to live. First is an ethical court with laws and ways to enforce them. Second is tzedakah, and people to collect it and others to distribute it. Third is a Beit Knesset, a synagogue. And fourth is a Beit Midrash, a school. Now, I might be a little biased because of who we're with, but I like the third and the fourth parts of this list the most, the Beit Knesset, the synagogue, and the Beit Midrash, the school. These rabbis go on to say that the Beit Knesset is literally a gathering house for times of joy and when we need support, when we are struggling. And they say that the Beit Midrash, the school, is the place where we pass down words of Torah, L'dor Vador, from generation to generation. And here we are, neighbors for nearly 30 years, a Beit Midrash and a Beit Knesset, together as one Kehillah. We rise for Baruch Hu, page 146.
Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed.
We turn to the back inside cover of our Sidurim for Roll into Dark.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei yom. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Page 152, we stand proud, our feet strong, proud of our Judaism, proud of our values. We declare God's oneness, Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated unless you are becoming bat mitzvah tomorrow. Then come on up. And so as Olivia is making her way up here, Olivia, this is one of those prayers that the way you chant it and read it today is different than it will be after tomorrow. That tonight you're still part of the group of children that it talks about. Teach it to their children. Teach these values, teach this Judaism to your children. But you're going to become a Jewish adult tomorrow. And so now you are on the other side of that in just a few hours. You are now responsible to teach it to the children of our community and to keep on those traditions for us. So here is your microphone. Friends, we're on page 154. Et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל
נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
All right, you may be seated. Thank you so much. We look forward to tomorrow. Let's see. Can we see the moon? No. All right. Well, part of the reason we can't see the moon is because Rosh Chodesh Elul, the head of the month of Elul, it begins tonight. That tonight we move from the month of Av into the month of Elul, which doesn't mean too much to most of us most of the time. Except, I'm telling you now that this is the big deal, because this is when we start to get into High Holy Day mode. Not just the rabbis, okay? This is when the Jewish people, you might not feel it yet, but this is when we start to have that transition. That in the month of Elul, every time you look at that moon now, so tonight when you drive home, you're going to look at it, and you'll see, essentially that it's new, and you can't see very much of it. And as it's growing throughout the month, just know your rabbis are getting a little more, have we written those sermons yet? But no, in all honesty, what's happening every time you look at that moon, here's what I want you to be doing. I want you to be thinking about how you can be a better person. In the month of Elul, we're actually supposed to study a little less Torah. It's like the one time of the year where the rabbis tell the Jewish people you can study a little less Torah, because they want us to spend more time in reflection. That we are getting ready to start anew, we are getting ready to start fresh. And so every time you take a peek at that moon, that's going to be your reminder that we are in that special month, that month of Elul, to work on ourselves to start anew. Friends, we continue with Micha Mocha, page 156, 7, 8, 58.
58?
158.
Okay.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נעדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושי פלא, נורא תהילות עושי פלא. מלכותך ובניך, בוקי הים לפני משה, זה אלינו ויאמרו, זה אלינו ויאמרו. Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osei feleh, nora tehilot osei feleh.
Friends, we turn to page 160 as we thank God for being that sheltering presence, that Sukkot Shalom over us when we are in need, to help us be strong, to help and guide us through all of our days. Hashkivenu 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai
Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Shomreinu l'chaim.
Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, compassion, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Shomreinu l'chaim.
Jonah Friedman, if you will come share some words of wisdom with us, please. Come on up.
Right over here, right over here.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Jonah, and I am happiest when I play with my dog and play sports.
I love it. And that happiness. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
thank you.
did
Thank you,
great.
Jonah.
Yes. Happiness, sports, all of these amazing things that we get to do when we take a little time for ourselves. And that's what Shabbat's about. It's about having that special time to change it up, to do the things that you may have been putting off, but like the happy ones, not the cleaning. Okay, this is the time to rest, to rejuvenate, to have a little fun. Vishamru, page 162.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וכי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Isabel Katz and Leah Friedman, if you guys will come on up.
And their support.
And their support. Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Isabel, and I think the most important thing about being Jewish is saying the Jewish prayers when you wake up and when you go to bed, and celebrating the Jewish holidays. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Leah Friedman, and I think the most important thing about being Jewish is spending time with my family on Shabbat.
I love that. These are all great things. Nice
Thank
work,
you.
girls. All right, in that spending time with family, connecting to our ancestry, to generations past, generations yet to be, our Amidah, page 164. Please rise.
Adonai sifatai titachu fi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatah, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishnei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh ha'kol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
We take a few moments for personal and silent prayer. When you've completed those prayers, you may be seated.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
my pleasure to, I think, invite forward Bill Kellert, co-president of the Board of Trustees, to share with us a few of the happenings going around here at Temple Emanu-El.
Thank you. Good Shabbos.
Shabbat.
It's wonderful to see you all and be able to celebrate Shabbat together tonight. A special welcome to our Davis Academy families, as well as all the prospective members joining us tonight. First, a thank you to our ushers this evening, Joanne Eisler, Jack Blumenfeld, Don and Diane Jaslow, Cora Froman, and Nora and Steve Florsheim. We truly appreciate your help this evening. And congratulations to Olivia Burse and her family on becoming a bat mitzvah this Shabbos. Always a little extra special for me when it's a board member's simcha. Now, a few events. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we'll have Hever Torah, followed by services at 10 o'clock, led by Olivia. And then at 11, we'll have Tat Shabbat service as well. In 2 weeks, on September 9th, the Sisterhood will be hosting a Shabbat dinner, and we'll also have a prospective member Nash and services as well. And that Sunday, the 11th, will be the Dick Wilson Brotherhood Golf Tournament at Bears Best, where we'll honor Elliot Siegel. That same Sunday, the 11th, at 2 o'clock, is part 1 of our encore presentation of Why the Jews? A Brief History of Anti-Semitism. Without exception, everyone who was at the first presentation, including myself, said it was one of the best programs they've ever been to. If you missed it then, be sure to register now to ensure you get to attend. These are just a sampling of the activities going on here at Temple Emanu-El. I encourage you to review the emails and our website for everything else going on, and come join us. With our motto, Jewish Pride, Jewish Connections, did you know this week, 59 years ago, in 1963, an estimated 250,000 people assembled in front of the Lincoln Memorial for the March on Washington. The event unified a multitude of races, genders, and religions, capped by the iconic image of Martin Luther King, Jr. giving his I Had a Dream speech. Many American Jews were active participants and leaders in the march, including Arnie Aronson, a little-known but crucial organizer, Rabbi Uri Miller, who recited the opening prayer, and Rabbi Joachim Prinz, who was outspoken against Nazism, left Germany, and became a Zionist leader. He delivered a stirring speech just before King's historic words. Finally, if you're visiting, one of our prospective members or a new member, after services, we'd appreciate it if you would introduce yourself to me, the clergy, so we can personally welcome you if we've not already done so. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Jocelyn, do you want to be my runner tonight again? You up for it? The microphone? If it doesn't give us too much feedback, it is. Oh, that was you. Okay. It is time to share the good things that are going on in our life. And so Jocelyn's going to help me out by passing the mic around to anybody who has perhaps a birthday, an anniversary, or just something really great that's going on in your life right now. So, for example, Chick's going to start us off.
Let's all say our name and then what our symptoms is.
I'm Chick Herman. I just found out that one of my pieces is going to be premiered at the December concert of the Atlanta Wind Symphony, a piece that's based on 2 Hanukkah songs. Had to do it.
Wonderful. Mazel tov. That's great. Others, what's something good going on? Zachy, what you got?
My name is Zachary, if you don't know me, and I just discovered that, like, an hour ago, my new baby cousin was born.
Oh, Mazel tov.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Harvey Burse, and if y'all didn't know yet, my daughter Olivia's bat mitzvah is tomorrow morning, so I'm so happy and excited. And
Mazel tov.
welcome to all the prospective members. This is a great place. We got amazing clergy, so give it some thought.
In the back. Getting your steps in.
My name is Alexandra Evans, and I'm officially a new member.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alexandra. Oh.
Hi, Diane Jaslow, and I just wanted to wish my husband a happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
TJ.
Mazal Tov.
He's only 55, but who's counting? You know, just kidding. We wish. And I'd like to wish Mazel Tov to the Burrs family. I didn't even recognize Charlie there, but he's really grown up.
She was 2.
Yeah. He and our grandson are friends.
So I'm Don Jaslow, and just want to let you know that my oldest granddaughter started Ohio State this week. And from what we can see from the pictures, I don't think she's going to have time to study.
OH.
I-O. Rabbi Spike, what about you?
I'm Spike Anderson, and good things happening. You know, my family, thank God, is everybody's healthy. Everybody seems to be doing well, and I'll take that. That's enough. So, you know.
Rabbi Max?
It has been 19 years since I graduated from the Davis Academy.
There you go.
Second graduating 8th grade class.
Mazel tov. In other news, it's also our Hebrew anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy 7 years. Rosh Chodesh Elul.
We
have
said
it
it
easy.
earlier.
Yeah.
Mine's very small, but I feel like I felt a little bit of fall weather last night.
Yes. Yes, for all these things from weather to birthdays and good health, we share together in Shachianu, page 648.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh
And just as we are here with folks in times of joy, so too do we know that we need this community to help lift us up when we're a little down. Whether we're suffering an injury or an illness, a hard relationship, whatever it may be, whether we're in need of that healing for body, mind, soul, spirit. We pray for the healing of Alvin Levy, of Kashka Muskogee, Sherry Anderson, Cindy Hirsch, David Ben Label, Benny Edelson, Asher Chosmer, Deborah Gilbert, Harris Friedman, Brett Samsky, Shmuel Ben Devora, Mayor Ben Rachmiel Vedina, Ashish Sharma, Mark Katz, Ken Schiffer, Kathy Cook, Karnina Michal Bat Yitzchak Vitova, Marlene Perlman, Yvonne Martin, Jennifer Herman, Linda Schaefer, and Stephen Schwartz. If you are praying for someone's healing, I invite you to share that name aloud as my hand passes over you. Thank you.
As Rabbi Rachel said, we all have healing to do. Whether it was yesterday, today, or tomorrow, it's part of the human experience. We all have to bend, we all have to break sometimes, and we find strength in that through each other and through prayer. And I like to do this version of Misha Berach every once in a while because it is a bit of a bittersweet. You've heard it before. It's a moment that we've all had, just like this song. We might not all sing Hebrew songs every day or listen to Jewish music every day, but we might have heard the song in the grocery store, in the cereal aisle, or we might have heard it at a stoplight in our car. And so it's good to know that we're all in this together, and even if we don't know the words to Misha Berach, maybe we've heard this song on the radio, and so it's good to sort of remember that we're all in this together. And even if you need help today or yesterday or tomorrow, we're all going to be there for you. You try your best, but you don't succeed. You get what you want, not what you need. You feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. Lights will guide you home and ignite your pulse. I will try to fix you.
Please rise.
Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, sure is. Have a seat for a moment if you would. We're in the final lap of our service. Every Elul this month that we are entering as we speak, getting ready for Tishrei, high holidays, we are supposed to be preparing for our next second chance. Rosh Hashanah is the way that we start anew. How do we start anew? What are we supposed to be doing as we start anew? Well, some of it has to do with reevaluating our priorities. How do we spend our time? What about our relationships? What about our energies, our resources? Are they being utilized to get the very most out of life? I've said it a couple times, and boy, I firmly believe it. Judaism helps me live the most beautiful, meaningful life that I can. And the only way I would take less of that is if I could give my wife and kids more of it. This isn't the spice of life, it becomes the meaning of life. How can we live the most beautiful, meaningful life that we can? And Judaism provides some of that for us. The grand mission, of course, of the Jewish people, that we are tapped by God, whether or not you believe that we were, or we've just been telling each other this for 4,000 years, that we've been tapped by God to take the world from where it is, a place of brokenness and darkness, to a place where it could be, a place of wholeness and healing and justice. That's the Jewish mission for all time. That's the mission of every Jewish generation and every single Jew. That's why we're here. And so as we go through Elul, getting ready, gearing up, Mara, as we're getting ready and gearing up, what are we gearing up for? To redefine and reorient ourselves with this priority. How can we become part of this Jewish mission? I'm backlit? Wonderful. All right, friends, With that, we Jews are going to bring some sweetness into the world. Olivia, if you'll come on up. Please rise for Kiddush, which you'll find on page 123. You're going to go right over here with Rabbi Rachel.
You get to hold the cup.
If you are home and online, if you would take out your Kiddush cup and hold it up, and together we sanctify not just the day, Dayenu, but this sacred community with a sacred mission.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Shabbat. Amen. L'chaim l'bracha, to life with blessings. Okay, friends, please remain standing. Kids who have not yet been bar bat mitzvah, come on up to the ark. You're going to open the ark for us. Elaine, who is on page 586. Julia, go ahead. Open the ark with Olivia. Go ahead. Gentle. Everybody come on up who has not yet had a bar or bat mitzvah. Come on up. Come on up. We're going to get ready in a second. So I have a question as we get ready. Before 586, we have a quote from Torah. This is when Jacob woke up from his dream above the Torah here at Temple Emanu-El. Ma norah hamakom hazeh. Anybody knows what that means? How awesome is this place? Why? Because we're all here together, you, we, us, and the generations that come before us. Page 586, Aleinu. L'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'atei gdula yotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'gorei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, V'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamalchim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Gently, we're going to close the ark. Okay. Please go have a seat. Please go have a seat. Friends, we can be seated. We're getting ready for our mourner's Kaddish. This is the point in the service, really towards the end, where we invoke the names of those who have come before us, who've passed away, and who we miss very, very much. Those who have affected our lives, those who are in our thoughts at this particular time of year.
In Shloshim, the families of Marion Cohn, Helen Cranman, Sheila Morris, William Cohen, and Kenneth Zoller. Yard sites for this Shabbat in honor of Barbara Blumenfeld, Mayor Brandenburg, Charlotte Klein, Sylvia Cox, Robert Eisler, Sharon Fagan, James Furco, Rachel Friedman, Rita Goldman, Jennifer Krasinski, Philip Hacker, Mildred Hirschberg, Mildred H. Hoffman, Michelle Kaplan, Gertrude Kronick, Samuel Levy, Suzanne Liss, Elaine Levine, Mahler, Esther Marcus, David Nyron, Bernard Pinsker, Helen Ratzman, Esther Roth, Herman Rubel, Gilbert Sack, Alvin Salenfrond, Joanne Schaefer, Dora Scholwolf, Celia Silverman, Ruth Stern, Esther Taylor, Eleanor Dittman. If you are in the Shloshim period of mourning, the first 30 days after a loved one's passing, I invite you to rise now and be recognized, either here or at home. If you're in the first year of mourning a loved one's passing, please rise now. Be recognized, please stay standing. If you are commemorating the yard site, the death anniversary of a loved one's passing, please rise now. And if it is your custom to rise either in solidarity or for the 6 million who have no one to say Kaddish for them, please rise now. Page 598 is the mourner's Kaddish. Yikada v'yikada shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'oma divrach yurteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael. Bagalav v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. Vita dar vita la shmei dekutsha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbacharta v'nechamata, damiram be'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Hey shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imru mav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. B'imru mav, Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.